Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing News.
Ryan Garcia fought a fat Javier Fortuna, and look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And we get an interesting question from my brother David Hernandez, and he states, in my opinion, Ryan looked better in this fight than he did in the prior fight. And I saw a couple of improvements, but what are your thoughts on Ryan and how he can improve to be able to beat Gervonta Tank Davis? I appreciate the question, David. And, I have to be honest and unbiased. There's a reason why Ryan Garcia looked better in this fight than his prior fight against a taxi cab driver in To Go. And that reason is Javier Fortuna was a fat ass in this fight. I mean, the guy weighed 157 pounds going into the ring. This is a guy whose best years in boxing were at 130 pounds. But he didn't make the minimum weight requirements for 135. He made them for 140. And he hydrated to 157 on the night of the fight. That's extreme. Think about it. His best years were at 130 pounds. This guy was obviously flabby. He was obviously gassing out. He didn't have the stamina, endurance, or even speed that he normally has in his fights. So obviously, Javier Fortuna was coming to this fight for a payday. He was coming for a paycheck. This was nothing more than a payday for Javier Fortuna. I'm not mad at him. I don't blame him. All I'm saying is you did not get the best Javier Fortuna against Ryan Garcia. That's not what you got in this fight. You got a fat, out of shape Javier Fortuna, and you got Ryan Garcia doing the same thing he normally does in every single fight. I mean, even Ryan Garcia was asked about this fight, and did Javier Fortuna look in shape? Even he said, hell no, he didn't. He didn't even think he could make the 140-pound weight limit. So Javier Fortuna came into the fight 157 pounds, basically a middleweight, and he also did not have a height or reach advantage over Ryan Garcia. He had no power, and any stamina and speed was out the window with that massive weight gain. So what advantage or chance did Javier Fortuna literally have to make this fight competitive? I will say none. I mean, Ryan Garcia literally had all the advantages in the world. Beating a fat Javier Fortuna means nothing to me. It's a quality win based on the name, but nothing more than that. I mean, think about it. And even, this guy asked me, hey, what about Ryan Garcia? What does he need to work on? There's 3 things he needs to work on. 1 is head movement. 2 is footwork. And 3 is a consistent jab. If he adds all 3 of those things to his arsenal, works on them, improves, he could be unstoppable. But I have not seen him apply any of those things in any of his most recent fights. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.